I'm here. Emerging from below my desk where my switch for my light is, and realizing at the last minute, because I've been a bit of a hot mess, that that I hadn't turned the light on. So, um, and all right. So I'm a bit of a mess, but I'm here, and I hope you guys are too. And I am looking forward to collaging along with you. And let's see, what is news? I don't know whether I have much news to share. I don't have it with me. I was going to say I could show you, but it's off at getting photographed. I've been working on a collage, a collage for Halberton School of the Arts for the cover of the catalog. I think most people honestly do it online now, but it's still nice to have the catalog, and they're going to use the image that I've come up with for them for other promotions as well. So, hey, Margaret, how are you? Good to have you along. That's awesome. And not sure why it looks like quite the way it does. Maybe what I need to do is this. There, that's better. So, yeah, so that is off getting photographed, and then I'll do the digital back end to tidy it up and send it off to Halberton School of the Arts. So that's exciting. And hello, Kathleen. Thank you for the prompt and reminder, because yes, that that new handle throws me. um, yeah, how are you? Good to have you along as well. And let's see, what else? This is our penultimate session of the year already. I don't know where 2025 has whooshed by, but we have one more in a couple of weeks, which will be a sort of holiday edition, as I often do. And maybe Kim will join us for that. So that theme is candy cane. And so today, though, our optional prompt is ancient. And I come up with a range of prompts, obviously, because I want you to have the prompt is always optional. I should reiterate that, because it always is. If it's like that prompt doesn't work for me, feel free to work on whatever else you would rather. That's totally cool. This is more about creative community than the prompt, but the prompt can be beneficial as a starting place. I mean, that's why we have prompts, right? Is to get the engine running. So, and if you're posting your ancient collage and you see some other ancient collages on the Virtual Collage Jam Facebook page, then you can go, oh, okay, that's cool, and then they can do the same, right? It's all one of the things I love about having a class, or having a mutual, something we're all working on, even if it's got lots of latitude, is seeing how different creative minds approach the same topic, subject. You get that often in figure drawing, right? You have, or painting, it's the same model for everybody. Yeah, everyone's got a different view, but it's the same subject, right? And everyone approaches it differently. So, Cubiquity is your chess username, right? You play a lot of chess. I'm not surprised. Kathleen, is that a result of John Leonard's? Because he had a thing going for chess there for a while. Did that ignite it or reignite it for you? I don't have any. I used to get beaten regularly by my father when I was young, and I just sort of turned off of chess for that reason. And hello, Philippa. Nice to have you along. Welcome aboard. And this is awesome. I wonder what these little crowns are that you get. That's cool in the chat. So maybe it's because you're tried and true troopers and you've shown up for a certain number of sessions, which is I am grateful for. Thank you. Not to say I'm not grateful for you, Margaret. That's awesome to have you here too. So, yep. And it's Cheryl. Cheryl, you haven't been here for a while. That's awesome to have you back. Hello. Welcome back. How exciting. Kathleen says, I did already know how to play, of course, right? But John Leonard triggered my drive to improve, and now I play daily online. Wow. Yeah. So you're taking a little time out from your chess career to do a little creative collage. That's awesome. I bet, and I know no moss grows on your brain anyway. But I can imagine that the activity in your brain has only gotten stronger and more diverse, and because those kind of things are great for it, right? So yeah. And it's a creative thing. The thing I always struggled with chess was the thinking ahead, right? If there could be a tournament for just responsive chess, which of course there can't be, right? Because it's the way it is, right? Then I would be I'd be right there. The Crowns are top fans, and I wonder what qualifies you. You were number 2 earlier, and now you're number 1. Well done. So anyway, we have I've sort of been all over the place with my train of thought. No surprise. So our theme today is ancient, and yeah, I sat down. I obviously do the YouTube thumbnail and have an idea for that, and then this morning I was trying to jot down some ideas about what to do and what kind of things to play with, and I came up with a bunch of things, but they didn't. Sometimes when you're coming up with ideas, it's like do. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool, that's interesting. I want to play with that. I didn't have the okay, cool yet moment yet. I can't even speak my sentence in order now. So I've got some elements, and I'm just going to see where it goes. So I will go grab my prints from the printer in a minute and see where it goes. Kathleen says, John Leonard, for those of you guys who don't know, probably most of the rest of you don't know John Leonard. He is a long time, very beloved instructor, art instructor who has taught for, I think it's well over 40 years, and still teaches a little bit at Halliburton. No, he doesn't do Halliburton School of the Arts, but he has taught there. I think he taught there 30 years or 40 years, I forget which. And he's taught at Nielsen Park and still does the occasional course, which Kathleen takes. So she says, John Leonard said that learning to look over the chessboard and see the relationships between the pieces would improve our ability to do the same thing with our art. By the way, chess is an ancient game. Yeah, right? Exactly. That reminds me of, yeah, I wonder how far back it goes. And I was watching something only tangentially related about the fact that a deck of cards, although it only has 52 cards, the number of possibilities of arrangements of those is so huge. It is a truly huge number, that if you or I shuffle a deck of cards and we do a good job of shuffling it, like well shuffled, that the chances are good that a deck of cards has never been shuffled in that order ever before. It's like, how is that possible, right? So that's there. I don't think cards go back as far as at least the cards we know, the deck of cards, but as far as chess. But Kathleen, do you know whether chess or checkers started first? But they're all sort of they're good for spatial and for strategic, right? So, of course, in times of when strategy was really important for the survival of your group or clan or country or whatever. Not that it isn't now, but much more so then, right? It's logical, right? Kathleen says, I think that chess is the oldest game played by the ancient Chinese. Right. That does not surprise me. So, all right. So I'm going to switch to my overhead camera, and in a minute. Meanwhile, let us know if what you're planning for your collage, if you're going to be working with the prompt or not, or doing some other creative endeavor. Kathleen, are you going to work with chess pieces? I'm just thinking, seeing that like chess, like I'm going to steal chess as a future prompt. So feel free to do chess now. Who knows when it'll find its way into the prompt to be the next prompt. But chess players have such great shapes, right? And so yeah, I think there's something right there. So yeah, so let us know in the comments. Margaret, are you doing anything with something ancient? And likewise, Philippa. I have some images. Well, I'll show you in a minute. It's probably the fastest way. You've done chess pieces before. I mean, you could do that. Could be a whole body of work, right? Because they're so interesting, right? So yeah, cool. All right, gonna go black for a minute until we come back. Do not adjust your set. Blackness is temporary. Just get the cord out of the view, and get a sort of somewhat back on my surface here. There we go. All right, and get my prints. Oh, there's one other cool thing that I want to share, which is I don't usually buy new tools. I mean, I do buy the occasional a new alpha sometimes if I lose one or or damage it. But I bought a new pair of scissors for the first time in quite a long time. We have a bunch of we must have, I don't know, 30 pairs of scissors around the house someplace or other. And a lot of them are just sort of the basic, like they do the job, they're good. This is the kind of thing I use. I don't know where we got them. They're, they're utilitarian, but they're good. They're not like super cheap. But I bought I was at Staples and bought a pair of left-handed scissors, which I grew up with a pair of left-handed scissors. And, I'm left-handed, no surprise. These are ambidextrous. And I just thought my childhood pair of Fiskars, left-handed, plastic handled, the quality was awesome. So I had them from grade school through to, I don't know, 10 years ago. And then the handle finally broke. And I thought, I can make do with with these. There's, you know, if these are, if we have left and right-handed scissors, Kim can't use my scissors, I can't use hers. And so I just thought, oh, screw it. But I thought, I'm going to buy it. And they're awesome. And something that I didn't realize, and this was on the packaging and probably sold me on it, was this edge where you're cutting, the blades are reversed as well. So I can, when I'm cutting something, I can actually see this edge, which, you know, if you have right-handed, probably all other scissors and you're right-handed, you're not aware of that. But what I noticed, what I thought, oh, and I noticed I'm used to like looking over the blade to see the edge I'm cutting. Like, so I cut sort of like this so that I can see, because this blade is reversed. So I have to look over here to see the actual action of the cutting. So I'm used to cutting like this. And then I started with these and I thought, that's so cool. I had to sort of reprogram myself from looking over and to the fact that I can just see the side I'm cutting. So that's kind of cool. So if you're left-handed and think left-handed scissors are a waste of time, I think maybe not. I think maybe they're worth it. But probably there are very few. I don't know what the percentage is. I think it's something like, well, it's growing. I think the percentage of people who are left-handed is growing because I think really it should be 50% or close to 50%, but because of stigmas and so on, it is still much less than 50%. But it's growing. So if you're left-handed, go get yourself a pair of left-handed scissors. I recommend it. So, all right. So I printed out some hieroglyphics, some vases, some manuscripts. And then today I thought I'd add tree rings because I was thinking about the way they often show history marked in tree rings, like especially redwood trees. I don't think this one or the other one I printed, I think I printed two, are redwoods, but oh, that's interesting. That's where my my printer burped, so that's an opportunity with that. And a dinosaur, part of a skeleton with the skull in focus, and the Tutankhamun. I don't even know what these are. Are they from like Head and Shoulders for the sarcophagus? I can't remember. Anyway, I have stuff. Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. And while I do that, I'm going to go take a look at your comments. Margaret says, not so ancient, but I have some old sewing patterns I'm going to use. No, that's awesome, right? I mean, they're still old, right? And we use the term ancient for stuff that isn't truly ancient. And so I totally approve. That's absolutely cool. And using old papers, yes, I should have thought of that. I have some yellowing papers that are kind of really nice, sort of older, like aged colors that are nice. Philippa says she's struggling with her textile project, so we'll probably do some more hand stitching on that while she watches from under the comfort of the blanket, which is awesome. All right, sorry for the delay. I had a little collapse behind me, and my chair couldn't roll. That kind of tells you about my studio, doesn't it? And Joy, hello, Joy. Nice to have you along. She says, wonderful here today. Just trimmed my roses and calendula are bright yellow, inspiring me to collage. Well, I guess we won't hold it against you, Joy, because that is definitely a source of joy, isn't it? Wow. Does Salt Spring actually have like a winter per se, or not really? If it is, it must be short, because I know you're always talking about spring in like February. So so if it is, it's going to be pretty short if you've still got blooms right now. So. All right, for what it's worth, I am thinking that it might be interesting to cut part of the headdress out, the Egyptian headdress, and have some of this show through, because they're very sort of simpatico colors, right? And that might be surprising and interesting, so let's see how that goes. And then I guess the question is, like, should that be where it goes? I may even adopt this approach of like populating this image with some of the other pieces. The idea of like several different kinds of things that are ancient in different ways. So I'm not sure how all of them will work. I'm wondering if there's some, I could probably splice this together. Let's see. Oftentimes when my printer needs a new ink cartridge, it's like, oh, damn, but it gives you this interesting, unexpected surprise of the fade. So I don't worry about the fact that it's, well, sometimes I'll reprint what I was hoping to print, but I end up using this stuff for collage the way it is because it's interesting. In this case, I'm going to see if I can just sort of piece it together, though. It seems like around here is where it stops being, or starts losing color. Well, it's probably a little bit higher than that. So let's see if that's. Okay, so that is just there. Okay. Well, close enough, right? I can see a little bit of a faint difference, but good enough. So, as I mentioned earlier, I don't have my Halliburton School of the Arts cover illustration collage here, because it's off getting photographed. But something that is interesting is they requested that I videotape my process, or listen to me, record my process, right? And so I did. And, you know, it's from start to finish, it's probably, I don't know, 15 hours or something like that of in several different chunks of working time. And so I'll be curious to see what it looks like to watch myself work. Have any of you guys videoed your or done time lapses of you working and watched how it happens, like sped up? I know Kim has done that a few times with like she did a wall mural. We were actually looking at the video a few days ago of wall drawing she did at Art Gallery in Mississauga over the course of like 2.5 days, I think. And so, and she had shortened it down to about 5 minutes. So, and that was done as a time lapse, like every minute or whatever the camera takes a frame. I did video because that's what they asked for, but probably it could have been done that way as well. Maybe it should have been, because I'm sure I've got like gigabytes worth of worth of video. But I know some people find it very interesting and telling. Like we're usually, unless we're doing a demo, right? We're not really that self-conscious when we're working. And that was something I noticed when I was doing it. Lots of times I actually did get into a headspace where I just like was focused on what I was doing, but I was surprised how often I was aware, oh, I'm being recorded, right? Even though who knows, probably if anyone sees it at all, it will be like very quick, right? But it was interesting. It changed the way I felt about it, right? Not violently or not drastically, but I could feel the difference. So, and I'm sure that if I did that every time I sat down to work, if that just became a habit, like, oh, every time I work on art, I record myself, it would become something I was not aware of or didn't give it a second thought to. But because I don't do it a lot, it definitely was something I was aware of. So, yeah, so I'd be curious if any of you guys have done that as well. And if you have any observations. Something I am totally smitten by is like people who work on their iPad with things like Procreate. There's a way, like, because you make all the steps digitally, there's a way to record that so that you can play a video of you creating it, of how it changes on your screen from first strokes to final touches. And that I think is really cool. I think you could probably do that in Photoshop and probably a few, like several other programs as well. I've never done that though. So, all right. For this one, my first instinct was to take like these chunks off the sides to have something show through, but I'm also wondering about maybe the face. Might be interesting as well. And I could always do more than one, right? I could do several things showing through. and it'll be strange, right? Because I'll have several different cultures. Obviously that not, right? So if I wanted it to be like strictly Egyptian, but a mix up, I could find images of like pyramids. I could use hieroglyphs and so on, and then build an image with those. And now I'm thinking that would have been cool, but sometimes it doesn't come until you're when you want it to, right? The ideas. So I'll file that one away. um, hmm. All right. I am going to try a few things here. We'll see how they go. Wish me luck. The first thing I'm going to do is remove highlights from the face and then slip something relatively light underneath and see how that looks. And then I might work my way out to the additional for something else. I'll check in with comments in a few minutes. I was talking about scissors earlier, and so I'd be curious what your favorite tools are, or do you have interesting tools that most people don't use for collage, or that you're aware of but that you particularly love? So obviously I'm enjoying my new scissors, but scissors will always be for me a secondary collage tool because knife is my number one. Another thing that I should mention is these are sliver gripper tweezers from Lee Valley. They're pretty tiny, but they're extremely they grab really well, and I um, I occasionally will use tweezers to place things, but really what I usually do is like put the glue on the back of a tiny piece and then sort of just stick it to my knife and then position it and then do that to stick it down. So I don't use tweezers a lot for that. But because I do a lot of decollage that involves removing stuff, and sometimes I've cut like several layers down and down into a corner that it's not quite cut all the way through. So these tweezers that really grip well are great for like pulling stuff out. So that's become a growth area. I don't think I was using those much with decollage until recently. But really, it's still like a small arsenal of tools, right? Scissors, knife, glue stick, and now tweezers. But what do you guys like to use? Are you like, I've seen people who have used those swivel blades that sort of you hold, but you can do this so that it gives you a nice sinuous line. I thought that would be great, but I tried it and I didn't like it. Any other cool tools that you love to use? And maybe like, what do you guys like as far as adhesives go? I tend to use really two kinds of adhesive. I use mostly glue stick for this kind of work. If I'm doing something heavy duty, I will use medium. Like if the paper is thicker or I'm gluing to a panel. But I like to keep things relatively simple and straightforward. unless I find a compelling reason to branch out. Yeah, of course.
How's it going?
Kim is coming for a visit, everybody. So
Hi,
that's
everybody.
exciting. This is a first in a while, anyway.
Yes.
So back from Korea. Yep. And
yes, I'm back from South Korea. I'm
yep.
Mostly over the jet lag.
Yep.
Not all the way.
Stick your hand under the camera and wave hello.
Well, I could probably like. Can you see me?
Yep.
Hi.
It looks a bit like photobombing, doesn't it? Hello, Kim. So nice of you to come by. What?
Well, I'm getting ready to char some wood, and I thought I'd.
Oh yeah.
It's been so long since I
did that.
Was able to stop off in Virtual Collage Jam, and I thought I would
come and say hi.
Yeah.
Well, how lucky are we?
I prepare myself for the next steps of preparation.
That's awesome. So we have Cheryl Longdeal,
yes.
Philippa.
Yes.
Kathleen Haushalter.
Great.
Who was there first? I'm missing. Margaret Buckworth. And maybe some other people. Oh, and Joy. Joy from out west.
We were just talking about Salt Spring Island, Joy. Yeah.
Since you're here, Kim, why don't you read from, I think the last thing I read was Philippa's thing about textiles out loud. So, are there any new?
She's struggling with her textile project?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
If there are any, I've asked a few questions, which I can't remember now. So, but maybe with the answers, we'll.
Philippa might. Joy writes, "Wonderful here today. Just trimmed my roses and calendula bright yellow."
All right. So I did. Yeah. So I did say I did ask her how long her winter season was.
Seriously, right?
It must not be very long.
Well, South Korea was also warmer than here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were just at the end of my trip was when the fall colors were really starting to come out, which was mid-November.
Yeah.
So
and Kim came back to a snowstorm. So
thankfully, Kat brought my big winter coat, so I was able to wrap myself up. But boy, I really felt the cold. It was harsh.
Kat really felt the cold too.
Yeah.
Even though I was.
But not by contrast.
No. That's true.
Joy also wrote, "Garden delight, sending you sunshine. Sometimes we get snow when you least expect it." I love that. Sometimes we get snow. Margaret Buckworth wrote, "What do you use to record 13 hours?
A lot of my hard disk space. And what did I use? I just use QuickTime, which is the sort of basic Apple video recording.
And player. It's mostly used as a player. Yeah. Very basic.
Yeah, super basic. Yeah. So I've just recorded, as I said, like 15 or 16 different segments. So
is this to do with your cover
for
art?
The cover art?
Yeah. That'll be really interesting. Cheryl writes, "Working on finishing some watercolor pieces. Started as plein air pieces, but too cold to finish it."
Right. Yeah.
I understand. I have to go outdoors to do my wood charring, and I think I'm sort of trying to brace myself. I've got some long johns on, so that should help. Well, my top is merino wool, so.
But it's significantly colder today than it was yesterday. So.
So I've really picked a bad day.
Yeah. That's all right.
I can only hope that it's drier so that I won't feel it as much.
Sometimes the right day is not always the perfect weather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
just got to
get
do
the
it,
work
right?
done.
Yep. Yep.
Because it's too late for me to drive to Sculpture Supply. I'll get stuck in rush hour.
That's one of the other things you need to do.
Yeah,
right.
So I'll do that tomorrow. Trying out some new materials, like you always
do.
I seem to always do whenever I'm doing anything. Joy added, lots of art shows going on here right now. Yeah.
Oh, because I bet there are a lot of artists on Salt Spring, right?
First of all, so much art and artists.
Yep.
And secondly, the fall was a big time. A busy time for the art world. So I remember we used to get asked every year by the woman who ran the courses and programming at Halliburton School of Art and Design, now retired, whether about teaching something in the fall. And there were some times when we did it, but what we found, it really interfered with too much crucial stuff going on here. So we stopped doing it. Yeah. So that we could make sure we had enough
in the tank
what we needed as artists,
Yeah.
Whether professionally or creatively. Yeah. So lots of art shows going on here. I hear there's a good one at Nielsen Park Creative Center right now in Etobicoke.
Oh, which show is on right now?
I'm not sure, but
right.
I've seen
it's
some
a good
photos
one. Yep.
So the early reviews are in, and
the rushes. Yep.
Yeah. K-Ubiquity. Oh, that's Kathleen.
Yep.
You've got a new handle.
Yeah,
That's nice.
That's her chess handle.
Oh, okay. Cool. And so she's able to fill us in on what that show is, which is highlights 2025 by the EAG members, of course.
Okay, then yes, of course it's going to be great. Yep.
Thanks for that, Kathleen. We haven't actually figured this out yet, but Kat and I are going to do another holiday live stream like we've done a few times, including last year.
I've suggested I've got one scheduled for Virtual Collage Jam.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
So you can join us for that.
Okay.
But we could do
another one too.
Or we could do that one as a joint.
Do one on my channel.
Yeah.
So we could have two live streams.
Yep.
That'd be fun, actually. It's a great way for us to get into the holidays.
Yep.
We don't do stuff like that. It can be hard, just depending on the year, but sometimes it's hard to get the feeling for it. Not having children or grandchildren, I think, affects that. So you got Tutankhamun there, I see.
I do.
I remember going to the Tutankhamun show at the AGO many years ago. What was I, like 13 at the time or something?
I probably did see it. I just don't remember it. I mean, I was so young at the time.
It was such a blockbuster show, and it was astounding.
Was it the AGO or ROM?
It was at the. I thought it was at the AGO.
It might have been.
It might have been at the ROM, but it was a traveling, international traveling show.
No, it was a big deal. I remember.
Yeah, it was a really big deal. My mother had a huge coffee table book on Tutankhamun that I used to pore over when I was growing up. All part of my artist formation.
Yep.
I was lucky that way. I got to learn a lot of different visual languages growing up because she had books on Islamic art, Persian art, Indian art, Japanese, Chinese.
Right.
Southeast Asian,
right? Yeah.
Cambodian, including Cambodian, Thai, lots of Thai, Indonesian. So as well as European. To this day, I love art books.
I mean, who doesn't, right?
Yeah. I wish my lifestyle supported having a lot more of them.
Something that was cool was I did the. I don't think there are any collage jammers there, but I did a workshop at Union.
Oh,
Hotel?
Union Hotel. Yeah, that was awesome.
And Kim was,
I was
there. Yeah, Kim was there with me helping.
Yeah.
And something that's very cool that they do is throughout their lobby area, which is very cool design. It's actually warm design. It's like full of wood and round, very human shapes, but like cool design.
Ceramics.
Yeah, and art throughout, like art all over the place, and plants and so on, and nice finishes, nice warm tactile finishes. But they have like, I don't know, maybe a dozen very cool modern contemporary art books scattered throughout the hotel in the lobby. So that's what you could look through when you're like hanging out in the lobby. And I just think that is
you're sitting having a awesome coffee, or you're sitting and waiting for someone or something. Like it's such a nice difference.
Yeah.
And one of the organizer of the workshops also spread some of Kat's postcards around. Offered to do that.
Yeah, so no, they're
so incredibly sweet.
They're really nice. They've championed my work very, like it's been really lovely.
Yeah. Really.
You know, it's kind of the exact opposite of what I would have expected of a hotel kind of gig.
Well, and a big, they're a big corporate entity. They own a lot of hotels. So.
Yeah. So,
but their corporate culture is phenomenal.
At least from all the experiences I've had.
At least attached to Union.
Yeah, yeah. So.
Yeah. Looks like we've got a couple more comments.
All right. Well,
Mia.
Hey, Mia. Yeah, Mia. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
She writes, "Hello, Kim and Kat and the rest of collagists." Is that a word? It's Mia here, late to the party and feeling ancient. And to match today's word,
theme, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We all have days like that, Mia.
Yep.
I'm grateful today isn't one of those days for me, but boy, I've been dragging my behind around. I haven't been dragging it around very much, but when I have been moving, it's been dragging.
Yeah, Kim's been really struggling with jet lag.
Yeah, but it is.
It is finally.
I figured out, in addition to walking, I figured out that I need to abuse caffeine, so I need to drink it much later than is considered advisable in order to stay awake till bedtime.
Right.
I have no trouble falling asleep. Now, I don't drink massive amounts of coffee or anything, so.
No, people would be shocked at how little.
How little,
yeah. But.
Yeah, but I have to dose it out. Yeah.
You don't mainline it like your sweetie.
No.
Which is just as well.
It is. I used to.
Yep.
Remember the days when both of us were drinking like 11 cups of coffee a day, including right before bed. Because
we were so
sleep deprived.
It didn't make any difference. Yeah, which is kind of alarming.
Yeah, quite. It wasn't a recipe for great health.
No.
That's for sure.
And neither were the hours we worked as designers. So.
Yeah.
This lighting is strange because it's
in the photograph.
Yeah. Because it's like, where do you expect from the top that there must be a secondary light, because under his chin is also light. I'm like,
probably using reflectors.
Actually. Yeah, to make the.
But also they have that issue of, it is actually made of gold.
Yeah, right.
So to photograph it to get the feel of metal without glaring highlights.
Yeah.
You really need a top-notch photographer for those. work like that. Who really knows what they're about?
Well, good thing they're not hiring me then.
Oh, you've got some nice source materials. Wow. Inspiring.
Yeah, and I came up with I came up with my idea late, so
Okay.
so I don't have what I need for it, so I'm doing
Right.
the next best thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
But boy, that'd be fun to work with.
Right?
I should play with it in
Photoshop.
Photoshop or
Yeah.
Procreate or something.
I was talking recording recording my process and then talking about with Procreate or Photoshop.
Yes.
That I know with Procreate you can just like play a video of a time-lapse video of your
All the
piece, right?
steps.
Can you do that?
I've posted one.
Yeah.
My last post on Instagram
Okay.
is a video of a drawing I did.
Right.
Including, you see the reference I used for the portrait part of it. And yeah, you see every mark
Step.
I make.
Yep.
But it's time lapse, so
it's quick, right?
Yeah. High speed. But it's really fascinating. It's fascinating watching other people's processes in time lapse, but it's also very instructive to watch your own process in time lapse. Whether you shoot a physical process using your phone or you use Procreate's built-in time-lapse function.
And can you do it in Photoshop as well, or is it only Procreate?
No, you have to use the computer's ability to capture what's on screen.
Okay, right.
Which is on Mac, certainly it's simple enough. I'm sure on Windows, once you know, it's not hard. But key is finding out how. On Mac, you just press Command-Shift-5.
Oh, really? To do
and
a
then
screen
you
recording?
choose whether you want a selection or the whole screen, and whether you want sound or not, and then.
Oh, so you can do that for video too. Like I know about screen grabs, but
that's Command-Shift-3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
Command-Shift-5 is video.
I'll tell you.
Good to be married to me, isn't it?
For someone who's spent as long as I have working with computers and how little I know, it's pretty remarkable.
Oh, Mia's got another comment here. For me, staying in daylight always helped me with jet lag. Flying to Europe, I always got bad jet lag for about 5 days. However, coming back to Canada was a bit better for some reason. They say that going from west to east is actually the hardest, so that would make sense. And it's the same, me coming back from Korea, 14-hour difference. It certainly has taken at least 14 days for me to, so 1 day per hour, for me to just become functional again.
Right.
But I mean, last Friday was the 2-week point of my return, and it's only today that I've been, kind of up and at 'em, so to speak, in a big way. Thank goodness, because I have a lot to do. That looks cool with the white.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to try like a fluorescent yellow.
Oh.
And then go back to the white if needed.
A buttercream yellow would be nice too.
Yes, but maybe less.
Less you.
Less me.
Yeah,
that's true. That doesn't have the.
Don't like that yellow?
No. No.
No, it's all wrong.
That's the wrong yellow.
That's a different yellow, right?
I'm not even sure I have the right yellow.
Well, we can start with this yellow and then.
Yep, exactly.
Are you looking for a more lemony one?
Yeah. I think
Well,
maybe
that definitely
it
brightens things up.
yeah, I think I actually like the white better because it's a bit more surprising. And it still works. And then I'm thinking I'll put the tree rings out here, but leave the white in the, and I'll probably cut a few more highlights for the white.
So there'll be no white in the side pieces?
It'll
just be tree ring.
That's the thinking?
Yeah.
As far as I've got,
yeah.
Right? So
well, it's an interesting idea, and it definitely, I mean, there are so many levels at which this works together.
Yeah, so it's subject to change as I move along, right?
Definitely.
Because if it
as it should be.
Yeah. I mean, it may work. I may see that and then decide, yeah, actually, no. So.
Mia replied, yes, Kim, that is what the science says about jet lag. 1 day per 1 hour. Feel better soon. Thank you so much, Mia. Yeah. I think it'll help. It's been so long since I traveled. Last time I traveled somewhere was to Europe.
Yeah, that was
properly traveled, and that was many years ago because my godmother was still alive, and that was So it's a bit of a long time. I think it will get better with just doing it a little more and dialing in some techniques.
It's so great having you here to read the comments, Kim.
Yeah, it's nice. You can keep working.
Yep.
Cheryl writes, and so this question is for everybody watching. Is it just me, or does anyone else have the sound cutting out and in?
Oh, dear.
Please let us know how the sound. Yeah. Okay. Mia says her sound is good, which means it's, and Margaret says it's good. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks for letting us know.
Cheryl, that means it has to do with your internet service.
Maybe.
So it could be that you're just a bit too far. If you're using Wi-Fi, you're a bit too far away from your modem or router.
Is the video freezing as well? Or it might, I mean, it's possible it's just sound related on your computer, but what Kim was saying is more likely.
It's the most common
problem. Exactly.
Just
right.
Someone not being close enough to their router or modem on Wi-Fi. I sort of have to stay and see how it looks with the white and the wood rings now.
Well, you're welcome.
Can't stand the suspense.
While you're waiting, would you mind? I never actually managed to bring my water in. Would you mind?
Oh, sure. Is it in the kitchen?
I think so.
Okay. I will go get that.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you.
Oh, how unusual. Spam call.
Yep. It usually is, right, guys? Yeah, since when we, at the beginning of COVID, when I was doing Virtual Collage Jam, and then Kim was doing Virtual Studio Party, and we would be each other's, I would I would read comments and be off camera, but read comments and converse with Kim, and then vice versa. And so Kim is, it was too much work for her to keep it up after COVID, which I completely understand. But so I do miss having having Kim along for that for the extra for the reading comments and having conversations. So you never know, things may change again. But it is a treat when she joins us, because I'm not as good at generating sort of constant narrative. But when you have more than one person, and then you guys as well, it makes it richer, right? So yeah. Well, and actually, I am finding, even though this is not a decollage, I'm finding benefit to my little tweezers now that I've sort of become used to them, using them. So they still have their place. They're good for, when you cut something out and it's almost all cut out, but it won't just drop out because there are a couple little corners where it's not completely cut all the way through. Just grabbing it and pulling it, usually we'll do that. So
Sorry for the delay. I went downstairs to get a little snack.
Yep, that's quite all right.
There
Look
you
at that
go.
water. Woohoo! Thank you.
Topped it up too.
Thank you.
All this talking you're doing, you really need some.
It's true. It's helpful.
Did you read the subsequent?
No, I haven't read anything since. So, I was just waiting for you to come back.
2 more people said they had some in and out.
Okay.
And one had some lag. So
okay.
Since some people are getting perfectly fine reception, it really would be related to your internet.
I mean, the only other possibility is I'm using my camera for both audio and video, and it's plugged in. And if there's some kind of little glitch in that,
no, but other people would have had
right.
Would have been a universal experience.
Right. Yeah. Then everyone would have had it. Yeah.
So
yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
That's why.
This is why it's beneficial to have a Kim.
Well. It's good to have two minds.
Could you pass me?
Now Mia's experiencing voice cutting out.
Oh dear.
Well, you're plugged into Ethernet, right?
Yep. I am.
Yeah. So we're hardwired into our
internet. So, I mean, unless it's it's taking Wi-Fi preferentially for some reason, which it shouldn't.
Yeah. Cheryl, I'm sorry you're having all those problems, but I hope you're hearing enough and seeing enough that you're able to enjoy it. Because it's great to have you here.
Yeah, exactly.
I love this hieroglyphs page. I also love these characters.
Could you pass me a sheet of white paper from
The printer?
inside the printer, which is where the good paper is? Thank you.
Sure.
That's awesome. It's great having an assistant, I have to tell you. Yeah.
A couple of sheets.
Well,
What's coming in?
that's fine. A little extra can't hurt. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my minimalist heart, but I kind of love the white there.
I like to just leave it, right?
Yep. I'll just slip this under partially and see what it.
Margaret writes, "This is what I love about collage. Start off in one direction and end up somewhere completely different.
Right?
Your prompt has gone out the window." But it got you started, and that's the main thing.
That is the main thing.
Mia says there's a little white circle in the middle of her screen. I can't.
Yeah, that
explain.
seems very strange.
Yeah. Margaret adds, exactly. Mia says, maybe my Wi-Fi is not working well. Need to check out our TV. Wi-Fi can be affected by a lot of things, so. Oh my. This is also the fun of collage, right? Just being able to play with your layers, dry fitting things, and seeing what.
Yeah.
It's the analog version of what I do in digital. I really like those shapes like that.
Right?
Yeah. Seriously.
All right. I think
they're like wings.
Yeah, that's going to have to happen, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
They look fabulous with stripes. I'm just going to throw an idea at you.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
The tree rings, if you cut them out in those shapes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
With the arcs going in a direction
that suits.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what we'll try. Where are those tree rings exactly?
They're underneath, aren't they? Right here? Oh, you've got color ones, right? Sorry.
Yep. All right, here's my other wing. There we go. As it were, wing as it were. Okay, that's what we'll do right there.
That would be so interesting to see.
No, I think it's a great idea. Oops.
Mia says, I'm still enjoying watching cat working, so no worries. I'm glad to hear it, Mia.
And hopefully you're glad to hear us, if at least even if imperfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with my voice, I could be cutting in and out without without any technical grief, right? So
your second voice change.
Yep.
In the opposite direction. So interesting how that looks on the tree rings.
Right? Yeah, it's like almost camouflaged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And so why don't you tell people why you're charring wood, Kim? Because that's not
something I did for my burnt offerings project, which anyone who's unfamiliar with that can check it out on my website. But it relates to it's a big project, big body of work that's multidisciplinary and was dedicated to my father who died in 2021, and relates to the Chinese funerary practice of the traditional Chinese funerary practice of burning burnt offerings for the deceased. So charring wood seemed like a logical thing to do. And when I say charring wood, I'm charring wood panels, like the kind you would collage onto or paint onto. And the results are so beautiful, actually. I really loved it. And the process is you're using flame, but it feels like painting.
right,
So
because
it's a bizarre.
What are you using? Are you using a torch?
Yeah, so I'm using either a big propane torch, which is what I used originally, but I've also got myself a smaller butane torch like chefs use, and I have panels, so I was thinking I might try one on one and the other torch on the other panel and see what I think. Because with the smaller torch, I think I could really amp up the painterly effect.
Right. Yes, because it'll be finer.
But that might be distracting for what I'm planning some pretty complex stuff on top of it. Now, maybe it'll be the perfect maximalist touch. So who knows? Yeah, Kat and I are both honored to be part of a collaboration project put together by our artist friend Elaine Whitaker, who's well known for her science-based art in particular, but she's multidisciplinary and deals with a lot of issues. So anyway, this project with many participating artists will be exhibited at the Redhead Gallery in March. I don't know the exact dates, but it should be a 3-week long show. And Yeah, and I haven't exhibited at the Redhead Gallery since since I stopped being a full member. I'm an associate member now. So it'll be nice. My last time was the 2022 Burnt Offerings show, the first time I showed Burnt Offerings. Yeah. And Kat showed there the previous December.
2019.
2019, so 3 years early. Yeah. You showed your wonderful sign work. You sold a lot of signs,
I
too.
did sell a lot of signs. No, it was amazing.
Including to Redhead members.
Yeah. Well, in fact, a lot of Redhead members, bless them.
Yeah.
Yep.
A number of them bought signs for their studio. Yeah, so I have a circular wood panel I'm going to char, and that will be the base for. It's going to be a wall hung work, but it's going to be a sculptural wall hung work because I'm just ornery that way.
Yep. Your work always has many dimensions.
Margaret says she bought them, some of the signs.
Yeah, thank you, Margaret.
For her and her friend Carrie. That's awesome.
Yep.
I hope you're enjoying them. I enjoy the one Kat has up in her studio.
Which one do I have up?
Creativity.
Okay, yeah, have a look.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Because from this space, you nurture your own creativity and many other people's.
Try to help other people with it as well. Or
yeah.
Help doesn't sound. Foster, maybe.
Yeah.
And so tell us how your projects are going, guys.
Yeah.
Philippa, how is your textile project going? And Margaret, oh, I'm blanking on what Margaret, oh, the sewing patterns and something else.
She adds that she has
papers.
The signs up at school.
Oh, cool.
And she also adds that she's finished.
Wow, good for you.
Oh, we look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
That's great.
I can usually be relied on not to finish, Margaret. So it's good one of us is finishing, that's for sure.
I understand the problem.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? I think that, taking classes is a skill. And when you take classes or equivalents to classes regularly, you get used to working within a certain limited amount of time.
Right.
When we used to do John Leonard's classes, right?
Yep.
We used to
struggle mightily. But at first, anyway, I did.
Yeah, at first. But you get adapted. Mia asked, did I have an exhibit in Korea, Kim? Oh, I wish. I did not. I went for pure pleasure, but I did arrange a connection through a Korean-Canadian artist I know in Guelph, who I planned to meet up with during the trip. I traveled to the city of Gwangju for that in the southwest of Korea. And circumstances just didn't work out for us to meet on her end especially, and she no fault, she just swamped with work and wasn't well at the time, so of course I'll have to see her next time I go. But what was astounding was, even though I didn't see her, I ended up connecting in Gwangju with all kinds of artists. I even got a little studio tour from a textile artist and clothing designer, and the place where I was staying, gifted to me by the curator I didn't get to see, was in an artist residence in Gwangju. So they have a residency program there, a 3-month residency program, and I got to know the director and got to know the place a little bit while I was there, and a number of artists from the community and musicians. Actually, I got invited to a party, which was phenomenal. Oh my God, they know how to have a good time. Seriously, there was people played instruments and sang and danced, and I sang karaoke style, and I got dragged up to dance too. But the food, oh my God. Yeah, it all started with a long table covered in food. And of course there were many kinds of drinks available. I drink very little alcohol, but I did try soju for the first time, which is a very kind of characteristic Korean
And
liquor.
what does it come from? Is it
It's from rice.
Okay.
But it's like vodka.
Okay, so it's like one of those sort of like super pure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's clear.
Yeah.
Very affordable. So it's the people's drink for sure. They also have native traditional alcohols that are more precious, and ones that are homemade, traditionally homemade. Mia says, can I see burnt offerings somewhere online? Yes, my website, Margaret. Oh, I'll just plug that into here and look under the gallery menu, and you'll see burnt offerings. There we go. Uh-oh, soju. I had a very small amount and sipped it, and it was so good I had to have another very small amount. And it's just possible over the course of the many hours of the party that I had a third very small amount. Lots of food too, though.
Good thing.
I love the title, Burnt Offerings. It feels cleansing, says Mia. Yes, and that is really one of the traditional uses of burning things for spiritual purposes, isn't it? When you look at cultures around the world. So, the origins for mine are from my Chinese side, but really, I'm not sure if there's any human culture that doesn't have some form of burning as spiritual practice. Philippa says, I might post what I'm doing in the Facebook page.
Awesome.
It's fabric collage with a little paper as well. Please do post to the Facebook page. I'm sure everyone here, plus people who aren't here, would love to see it, including us, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I want to see it.
Yeah. And I think that's lovely that you've done fabric and added in some paper, or combined it with some paper.
I think maybe I should. Now I don't have materials for it, no pun intended, but maybe I should do a fabric collage course.
Well, it's very easy to just go to a thrift store and go to the remnants bin in Fabricland. I think I have some fabric.
You do, that's true. The problem is, but is it really a problem? Is yet more artist supplies, right? But but perhaps it isn't really a problem.
No. I was just writing out an invoice today for a pile of art supplies that I sold to an artist we've mentored over the years. Because I have too much of things I used to use a lot of, and
don't
not
so
enough
much
of
anymore.
things that
Yep.
I use now.
Yep.
Margaret says, "Cool, Philippa." Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there's an appetite. You got to share it with your peeps,
That's right.
as they say.
Yep.
Oh, that's the back of it. I was wondering.
And what you were looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was only planning to stop in for a few minutes, but I need to see how this looks. And it's so nice chatting with you
It's great.
online.
While you were off fetching stuff, I
Yeah.
was talking about how great it was having you back.
Yeah.
Having someone to read the comments and
Yeah.
having
Fetch the odd thing.
Well, apparently I really needed that today more than usual, but
That's fine.
it's great that you're here for that.
Yeah.
But also just the different inputs.
Yeah. I love it when we do our Christmas ones. And actually, I think it'd be fun to do 2 different Christmas ones.
I
one on
totally
your channel
agree.
and one on my
Yep.
channel.
Yep.
So we could do them in the same week.
Yep.
A couple of 2 or 3 days apart.
Yep.
And that way,
double the fun.
It's also, if someone misses
Yep.
one, they might be able to catch the next
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
All right, got the white in.
Yep. And now it's going to have to decide what the plan is color-wise here.
Yeah. Would it be fun if you had iridescent paper?
It would be. I have some paper that feels that way, but
We have hologram, golden
wrapping
hologram
paper.
wrapping paper.
That's true. That's true.
That might look amazing. A real case of old and new. Eh?
Yeah, right. All right, where are the tree bits?
Yeah,
there.
There
Yep.
we are. Like ancient butterfly wings.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Blue does have a very nice.
Yeah, with the orange, right?
Yeah.
What about?
Do you have an orange paper?
I'm sure I do.
Let's see what that looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Maybe worth trying at least.
Oh, of course. It's pretty great.
Yeah. I like the blue first because it makes me think of a blue sky or something, and the
Yeah.
I don't know, some association. Oh, I know. Long time ago, when I was in my late teens, I had a boyfriend who gave me a necklace of Egyptian beads that
Oh, wow.
were blue to blue green in color.
Right.
Very organic. I don't know if I think they were made of clay.
Right.
And
Wow.
so I have this association with Egypt.
Right.
But I also have a feeling that they must have had lapis lazuli things.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's buried deep in my memories from growing up studying the Tutankhamun book.
Here it is.
Mia says, sounds like the trip of a lifetime, Kim. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, tried new foods and drinks, and made new contacts. Yeah, it exceeded my expectations, and my expectations were already high. So in some respects, in other respects, I had no expectations. So.
Yeah, we talked about the idea that Kim and I both no longer have an interest in driving ourselves insane, trying to see way too many things.
Yeah, the checklist approach.
We'd rather experience the things we do experience well, and
for us that means traveling slowly.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually 3 weeks was really short for traveling slowly.
Yeah.
But it was phenomenal, so I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I have to pace myself more severely than
most
the average young person, and then maybe a lot of people my age even. So I had actual rest days where I didn't even leave my hotel room until maybe the evening to go out and find something to eat or something. But mostly I just walked. Took transit. They have phenomenal transit there. Also went down to the south. Busan is the second biggest city. Fabulous city. I could live there. It almost never snows.
Sounds good.
It's the warmest city in Korea. But it's right on the ocean, and it has beautiful beaches, which were great going in October, November, because they weren't crowded with beach umbrellas and lounge chairs, right? I just took off my socks and shoes, rolled up my pants, and walked barefoot in the ocean. For the first time it feels like 100 years. And I must say that was a very healing experience. So, yeah, this trip was a gift to myself post-cancer. And it was a great gift.
Yeah. I mean, health scares like that, they point out that this is not a forever thing. And
it's not a dress rehearsal.
No, exactly. So, and So,
even though our income doesn't support my traveling like this, I took some long-term savings and put it towards that.
Exactly. And that, I don't think you'll regret that.
Well, no, because it's about living while you're alive, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Right. I'm working on a scribble I made with water-soluble crayons.
Oh, they're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made it last week for my art therapy healing session. Okay. Now I am doing the water part. My art tools are put away until I set up a new stand-up desk I bought on Black Friday sale. Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well done.
Yep. Right. So you're just using something simple that you can easily lay your hands on, and that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually turned a table of ours into a stand-up table by buying
risers
that are meant for putting under a bed so you can store more things, I guess. And I put it under the legs of the table. Not as elegant a solution as actually a stand-up desk, but it's serving the purpose anyway.
I teach it. Sometimes I teach at Nielsen Park, not as much as I used to, but in person. I mean, and sometimes students who have back issues will bring those with them to raise the table up, and it just means they're leaning over it less when if they like
which is hard on
if
the
they
back.
like to stand when they work.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So
I used to like, if I was drawing sitting down, to do it at a drafting table, so I wasn't leaning over the table. First of all, you don't get the distortion, but also having the drawing set up at an angle just meant there was no issue around your back at all. It was very nice. I went to the artist residency I went to in Alberta a couple of times. They very nicely dug through their storage rooms at the art college to find the one remaining drafting table they had for my benefit.
Well, I hate to say it, but it's well past the time.
Oh my God, it is.
Which it always happens to me.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for sticking with me and with us. And I'll switch to the other camera in a second. I don't know exactly.
You should read Mia's last comment before you.
Okay. Yeah, please do. Yeah.
She says, yes, just made a scribble using the crayons, and now I am filling in some spaces. And yes, back issues. In the past, I use a heavy-duty ironing board for working. Oh, interesting.
Oh, that makes sense.
The stand-up desk will be better, though.
Yeah.
More stable and more surface area.
Yep.
Yeah. That's good. So sorry, dear.
No, it's fine.
Continue.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything additional to say. I was just going to say, I think that, yet again, I'm not done, but I kind of feel like it's in an interesting direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten more, as Margaret said, more contemporary than I anticipated, but yep. No, there are possibilities here. Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
You could try swapping which one's on top.
Yep. Oh.
There's some movement there.
Some promising stuff. So yeah. All right, let's get over to.
Don't panic. It's supposed to be black.
In there.
It's not your Wi-Fi. It's not our internet connection. There we go.
All right.
No lipstick today, everybody. So.
And wow, this we're really blasted out.
We're so overexposed. Why isn't the camera adjusting?
I don't know.
It's supposed to adjust. That's ridiculous.
There we go. No. If I go closer, it helps. There, it changes now, but as soon as I go back, it widens again. Yeah. Oh well.
Look at all the fine lines it's erasing. It's your new anti-aging program.
In fact, we do have white skin. Like really white.
Sure.
Yep. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing what you guys have made, including yours, Margaret, on Virtual Collage Jam Facebook group, and also yours, Philippa, and anyone else who would like to post would be awesome. Yeah, exactly. So I will head over there tomorrow and see what you guys have shared.
And you never know, Kat might finish it one of these days and post it too.
It's true. I might. I could have a month of Sundays and go through a bunch of half-finished Virtual Collage Jam pieces. I should.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Mia. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing King Tut with wings. Oh, you're very welcome. It's awesome. Likewise, Margaret. That's great. I'd love to see your scribble too. So once that's
when you're ready to
once that's done,
share if and when.
Yeah, I say it could go on the Collage Jam page. Yeah, it could. So well, it's done on Virtual Collage Jam, right? So it counts. So I will see you again we'll see you again in 2 weeks on December.
Is that when the Christmas one is?
December 15th with the theme of candy cane. And
is that a Monday?
That's a Monday. And Kim and I will put our heads together.
Maybe a Thursday would be good for the one on my channel.
Okay. So quite possibly the following Thursday, and I will promote it on social media and so on. So watch those.
Likewise.
And we'll see you hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Enjoy the early holidays, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.